Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with another video. In this video, I will be informing you that support for Windows 7 ESU is going to end on January 10, 2023, the same day as the end of support for Windows 8.1. This means that anyone running Windows 7, who has paid for the extended security updates, will no longer receive them after January 10 next year. A lot of major developers and software companies are already dropping support for Windows 7 and 8.1, so this means you will have to upgrade to a more modern OS, such as Windows 10 or 11, Mac OS, Linux, or another OS. If you want to continue running Windows 7 or 8.1 on your PC, I highly recommend you disconnect your PC from the internet, or run a sandboxed version of Windows 7 or 8.1 inside a virtual machine. This way, if your virtual machine becomes compromised, your main machine should not be affected. If your machine does not meet the minimum system requirements to run Windows 11, you can safely upgrade to Windows 10, which remains fully supported until October 2025. While you won't get any new flashy features, you will still receive bug fixes, security patches, and other updates. If you don't want to stay with Microsoft, you can migrate to an alternative OS, such as Mac OS, Linux, or another OS. The unfortunate thing with Mac OS is that you need specific hardware to run it, and the only way to run Mac OS properly is to buy an Apple PC, whether it's a Macintosh desktop or a MacBook laptop. Therefore, Linux would be a much more viable option, especially if your PC is old, or is low spec, and not only that, you can also download it completely free of cost, and you won't need to purchase a separate product key. However, Linux also has its disadvantages, in the sense that most Windows software will not work on Linux. However, there are workarounds to run Windows software on Linux, whether you run Wine, or set up a Windows virtual machine. The latter being more difficult to set up. These are some ways you can run Windows software on Linux, but keep in mind that not everything will run under Wine or VirtualBox, especially if it's dependent on a GPU or processing power. Software support for Linux is growing all the time, but some software is Windows or Mac specific, so keep that in mind if you want to switch over to Linux. There are also hundreds of distributions to choose from, including beginners' flavors, such as Ubuntu and Linux Mint. Also, Linux can take some getting used to at first, and it can be a steep learning curve for some, so if you're not prepared to move to a different OS, the easiest thing would be to stay with Windows. Just make sure you can update to a more recent version that's supported, to reduce your risk of being hacked or exploited. Alrighty, that's it for this video folks. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, and do be sure to give my videos a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated, and do enable notifications, so that you won't miss out on any future uploads. Okay, bye for now.